Okay, I'm reloaded.
Biggest what? Biggest what?
Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast with Louie and Preston. My name is Louie.
My name's Preston.
We are reporting once again live from the trap house. Hold on. Hello.
Waveforms?
Waveforms. I just wanted to turn it down a little bit.
They look normal.
Not
Acceptable.
only were the waveforms coming in hot, but I was coming in
Yeah,
hot.
real.
And I didn't expect that.
Alright.
So this is the inaugural episode in the new studio, which is similar to the Death Star.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's still under construction.
But they're using that bitch.
But they're on there.
Yeah.
They're not saying, well, fuck, we can't get on a Death Star until it's finished. Cowards.
Yeah.
The rebels would try to do that. They would be like, oh, we can't. We'll float out into space if we get on the...
No.
Empire don't give a shit.
We're like the fucking Empire in this bitch. But honestly, like, even now, pre-finale, like, I know this is going to end up being top tier.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to what we've done before.
Oh, yeah. It's coming together. This is the most like an actual studio that we've had. Where it's like...
Like, this is what this room is for.
Yeah, right.
I'll probably be chilling down here because it's at my crib, but, like, I'm just going to be chilling. This is going to be the smoke room. I was thinking about how there's no ventilation in this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. So we'll get slightly more delirious the
Yeah.
longer... Which, I feel like we're already there.
But now we can smoke in the studio, you know, and just soak it in.
Or, alternatively, suck all the air out of the room.
Possibly. It might be one of those, like, homemade submarine scenarios, though, where it's like, if we're not in here for, like, 3+ hours, I think we're in the clear.
That was topical. Do we even have time to talk about this? We've been on break for so long.
I know,
I don't
right?
know what we've missed and what we haven't. Did we do the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock thing on this show? It's
classic
been
episode.
so long. I have no idea what we
No.
talked about and what we haven't talked
We got that one in there. We got a submarine in there. Last season was...
Yes.
There was so much content last season. We're going into this new season. The Superbowl just happened.
Oh, yeah.
The world's been going nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And we gotta talk about it.
So, the game itself for the Super Bowl
Boring as fuck.
was shit. It was shit. It was not entertaining at all, and I enjoy football. I did not get anything out of the game. A lot of field goals, it was a defense heavy game. So it was like the end of the first half was 10 points to 3 points. And it's just like, oh, brother.
That's first half.
Yeah. And we're watching this bitch with commercials.
Right?
So that's an hour and a half of real time, 2 hours of real time.
Wild.
So we're going to talk about everything else besides the game itself, because I think...
Because all there is to say that it was a shit game.
Yeah.
And it was fucking boring.
Yeah.
And the Super Bowl should be anything but.
Yeah. And it's really getting to the point where it's about everything else except for... I mean, I don't think that's a new thing. I think it's always been about, halftime shows.
Halftime shows.
Weird commercials where they're washing a gay person's feet.
Crazy commercials.
And, looking at the celebrities. It's like the fucking Met Gala. Look at all the pretty people wearing pretty dresses. So
to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, I'm going to give it to you. What part do you want to start off with for this?
Dark Brandon.
So,
because that post was just wild.
So, Joe Biden at Joe Biden on Twitter, on his Instagram account too, posted a picture of himself. It's like a deep fried meme.
It really is.
With like the red glowing eyes. And he posted it after the Super Bowl and he said, just like we drew it up. And what's shocking to me is that this post is still up. This seems like something that would be deleted in an hour. And
no,
because it was like some intern or something. Because it's definitely not Biden doing it. But that's what I thought it could have been. Like
he's too senile to use a phone.
Someone on the staff was like, well, fuck it. I have access to the president's Twitter account. Why would I not do this?
Abuse my power.
Or, alternatively, do you think they put Biden in a meeting and they were like, we're gonna use this new thing called a meme, and we're gonna use this instead of actually making good policy change that would make people want to re-elect you, we're gonna use memes instead? And you're just probably like,
no, he said, I don't even know what it means. Me? What about me?
It's me in the me. No, yes, Joe, that's exactly what it is.
What kind of me? Like a deep fried one, Joe.
He probably knows the sad frog one. He probably likes Bad Luck Brian. That's probably what he thinks.
He probably likes Facebook memes.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's most familiar with.
Dude, my mom's been getting into Facebook memes.
Oh, no.
And she fucking shows me them. And I'm just like, oh, God. Because I get ironic Facebook memes. Like, on my feed, I get, like, minion memes and stuff. And I enjoy those because it goes so far that it comes out the other side. The Facebook ones are like, they're trying to be funny, but it's 20 years
ago. But it's actually cringe. Yeah, because it's outdated as fuck.
So what do you think of this? What do you think of all that?
I think that it is... my favorite comments on it are... like, somebody is either getting a promotion over this post or somebody is getting fired over this post.
What if he gets reelected and they point to
and
this?
And it's because of this? I think that it's just interesting because it's like, I understand what they're trying to do as a staffer. Like, they're trying to appeal to a younger age group than who really doesn't fucking like him. But memes are a universal language.
Yeah.
But it's also fucking sinister. Because it's not necessarily obvious that they're just talking about the Super Bowl. Especially when fucking Gaza got bombed the same night. Like the fucking strip that Israel was like, evacuate to here. They were like, yeah, we gonna bomb that shit while everybody's watching the Super Bowl. And then to post that, to post the President of the United States with glowing red eyes like the devil himself.
Just like we drew it up.
Right? Like, it can't just, like, it's got to be, like...
Here's why...
Somebody should be fired over this.
Here's why I don't think it was a risky move. I think everyone had the same inclination as we had when we saw it. Nobody thinks fucking Joe Biden was sitting at the fucking computer. No one can imagine Joe Biden at a fucking computer in the first place, let alone on Photoshop and creating a damn good meme. No one thinks that. No one thinks that fucking Biden did it.
Oh my
God. If you got angry at it and you're like, oh, well, you should be busy doing... It wasn't fucking Biden.
Right.
You would look like an idiot if you said that. So, I did see people spinning it into
that is
this is what we pay the president.
That's the most brain dead thing I've ever heard in my life.
But But yeah, Biden's gonna lose, and we're gonna talk about that on another episode.
Yeah, whenever, election day has come and passed.
But someone replied to that, and they said, this post is gonna create at least 100,000 new paranoid schizophrenics. Which is so true, because,
I mean, that's half of...
imagine you're having a bad trip, and you're like, let me just
Let me
get
go to
grounded
Twitter. Let me just
for a second.
Let me just pull up Instagram. Get some good vibes.
And then you're just like, I don't know what's happening. It's
Right?
like nightmare. That's exactly what it's like.
That is what it's the fucking twisted, deviant smile on this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Just like we drew up. It's giving, we've been watching King of the Hill recently, and there is a quote from Dale where he's like, that wasn't the real Super Bowl. They recorded it 6 months ago in the same hangar that they used to record the moon landings. And it's like, just like we drew up. Where we recorded the Super Bowl at the military base that they recorded the moon landings at.
Yeah, it was all part of the plan.
All part of the plan. Shittiest Super Bowl game of your life. All part of the plan.
So, I think it makes sense from here to transition into the Taylor Swift stuff and the Ice Spice stuff.
Yeah.
And I was critical of it earlier in the season, and I'm on record for that. And why it bothered me was because it would just be a random Sunday night game, and they would show Taylor Swift,
oh my god,
multiple times between each commercial break.
It's just sad.
And with the Super Bowl, they didn't really do that. They did show her.
Yeah.
It might have not even been every commercial break though. Like, it was very sparse that they showed her. And they really, I think,
toned it down.
I think they heard all of the people saying.
Yeah.
They realized that they were kind of
shooting themselves in the foot.
Pissing off their core fan base, which doesn't really mean anything. No one's going to stop watching NFL, even if they say they are. But I saw a side of Twitter that I did not expect to see. The Chiefs are now aligned with liberal trash. And that's really pissing the conservatives off, because apparently Travis Kelce was in a Pfizer commercial, and Taylor Swift was saying is openly a Democrat, and has called for support for different stuff and things.
Well, recently it's been that she's like, pro abortion rights, and she doesn't fucking hate gay people, but those are pretty basic things as
Talk
like
about
a moral
bare minimum,
human being.
dude.
You don't even have to be a Democrat for those things.
Yeah.
Or a liberal. And it's fucking interesting, because it's like, when I was first starting to think about politics, I would have probably considered myself aligned with liberal ideology, but as I've grown up, I'm like, nah, we need extremism. Like,
For sure.
like straight up socialism. Like, fuck being like, Obama was the best president we've ever had. War criminal like the rest of them. Shut your trap. The military-industrial complex fucking is the worst part of climate change, and there's not been a single president that could, like, actually challenge it. So, you can say all this and that, but, like, Taylor Swift's flying her fucking private jet around. If she really had, like, everyday American ideology,
that meme,
it was actually a liberal, she would at least pretend to care about the fucking environment.
That meme you posted was so funny.
It's fire. That's one of the best memes to come out.
For sure.
Because it was literally like, all this is happening right after that it's, and we've actually talked about the like Twitter account that tracks Elon Musk's private jet, and the
it's
same
been
person,
a new thing.
yeah,
that,
the same person is tracking her.
Oh, it's the same person.
Yeah, and so
And
Elon
she'd be taking like 30-minute flights and stuff.
She took like a 13-minute flight,
That's insane.
which would have been like a 30 to 40-minute drive.
And now she's threatening legal action.
Yeah.
And that could be what we dig into this season. Because Swifties are just as fucking delusional as Kanye stands. And we're not
Really?
going to talk about Kanye. We were talking about it before the show.
We can't.
The Kanye embargo is still up on this show. So don't ask us about no fucking vultures. Don't ask us about no fucking anti-Semitism. We're not talking about it. We've talked about it. We've said everything that we fucking possibly can say about it. Go roll back the tapes and
listen to what we've already said about it.
Exactly the same.
He's still problematic.
Yeah.
We're still not going to touch that.
But Taylor Swift, I mean, she has fans that defend everything
Literally
she does.
anything she does.
And in the same way as little white kids do that with Kanye and make it their personality trait, little white girls make that their personality too. Of like, have you seen those videos where like they pay? You already know what I'm about to say. Where they play like half a second of a song and they're like, cardigan, folklore. Shake it off.
Dude,
Next
you're doing it too good. Like,
and they take it so seriously.
It's
like,
nuts,
you're a fucking
bro.
psychopath.
It really is.
I could listen to one of my favorite songs, and I probably wouldn't know it by the first quarter of a second. Insanity.
Straight up. It's one of those where it's like her fan base, she could literally murder someone and they would defend it. Like, it could be revealed that she is the worst person on the planet. Like, the Illuminati could be real, and Taylor Swift's the leader, and Swifties would be like, okay, but how do I join?
Donald Trump is a guy that I don't like, but this is the best turn of phrase that you could possibly use for it.
Mm-hmm.
He said this publicly. He said that he could shoot somebody in the head in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah.
And he would still
he wouldn't lose any of his fan base.
And it's fucking true because people were just... And I think it's crazier...
No, it's the same kind of delusion.
It's crazier, in my opinion, to stand a musician more than
that
you stand a politician.
Dude.
Because if you're really a Trump fan...
Yeah.
And
he's
doing
think
shit
that he's changing your life.
That you... Yeah, right.
Doing, like, real shit that affects
Of course
your
I'm
life.
going to be a Trump dick rider. You
Right.
know? But Taylor Swift... Really?
She drops an album.
You all think her music's that good?
There's no way.
Anti-hero? Really?
I mean...
Fuck, man. I like some of her stuff. I think...
it just kills me because it's one of those where it's like, she's been mainstream for so long, and it's like, a lot of pop musicians don't maintain their fame like that over time. And so before it became like a cult-like following for her, I was like, when it was just first, like, people were talking about, like, crazy Swifties, I was like, is she still relevant?
Right.
Because it was just like the last album that I thought was relevant of hers came out years ago.
Right. Because, yeah.
Like,
When
the
you're
last
like
new
in...
music.
When you're like in... When you're like in 2018,
Right.
and there are all these rabid Swifties, and you're coming off of that Reputation album where everyone was roasting her life because she was going into her edgy phase,
right?
Because
it was
Kanye
cringe.
made a song about her.
Oh my god.
And she literally like how Drake is like Mystique and adopts random different cultures. That's how Taylor Swift was with goth culture. She started putting on eyeliner. She's like, someone pissed me off today, god damn it. And I'm changing my hair color because of it. I'm getting a haircut because I'm so fucking mad at you, Kanye. So people I saw were conspiring that the whole thing was rigged for the Chiefs because of not because of football, not because more of America would respond positively to it, but because of this liberal agenda behind it. And Kelce had a moment that we're going to talk about from the game where he just turns into a psychopath, and he's really mad off of the last play because he wasn't
look
in the
how
game.
red his fucking face is.
And he goes up to his coach, Andy Reid. He pushes him on live television, is literally getting up in his face, fucking screaming at him.
Wild.
Fucking looking crazy.
Yeah.
And
it's
someone,
the roids, you know.
And someone posted this and said, "Hey kids, don't ever mix your 7th COVID booster with Bud Light or else you'll end your career on national TV." What a disgrace this guy is. And
nobody's out here getting 7 COVID boosters. Like,
that's insane.
For real. Motherfuckers I got like my 3rd or 4th one and I'm not fucking thinking about it anymore. If I die, I die. Like, we're in the end of the world anyway. Fuck it. We ball.
But that's the point where I honestly had to look in the mirror at myself because I was rooting against the Chiefs. I did not want to see them win a championship.
Right.
But all these people I'm fucking aligning myself with are crazy fucking... I mean, saying this guy is a disgrace. Like, oh my god.
What, you've never seen a football player get mad?
Did he spit on your mom? Like, that's so fucking mean.
Yeah.
He's a disgrace. What would you do if someone called you a disgrace?
What are you, my mother? Like... bro. No, just fucking... I think that it's just one of those, like, cultural phenomena. Because the Super Bowl, every year, I don't give a fuck about sports, but every year there's some shit going on. The ads are crazy. And, like, there's always some shit going on around it, too. And I like the point that people make of it being sort of like a military parade almost. Yeah. Because they have the jets fly over and shit like that. And they do those
5 different renditions of
literally
the national anthem.
Just singing the national anthem to the entire country.
Reba McEntire.
And it's just some random motherfucker every year. And the audience is packed. And it's just like this ritual. I don't fuck with any of that. I don't fuck with any sort of like, you know, look at our flag. Look at how great our country is. Like, shut the fuck up.
And that
just watch the football game.
That's, I think, why it's an interesting move. And that's a reason why I don't think they would rig it that way, because the audience that they would be trying to get through Taylor Swift is anti their core fan base. Yeah. It's like the Bud Light thing where it's like, I see what you're trying to do, trying to tap into demographics that you're not already connected with. Right. But by doing that, you are alienating the fans that you already have.
Your fans who like your shitty beard.
All the trans people aren't going to drink Bud Light. I don't know how to tell you that, Budweiser.
It's weird. It's weird because around that time, there was this sort of like, if it's going to piss off a conservative, I might as well have a Bud Light. Because like queer like influencers online and shit. Yeah. There were people like buying it just to drink it in one of their videos, just to piss off people who were like, oh my god, Bud Light's gay.
I hate America. That's
Me
all
too.
I have to say.
Literally.
So, speaking on Kelce going crazy about that, A.J. Brown, who's a receiver, this is a fake tweet that's on a real sports news account. So them reporting that is fucking crazy, but A.J. Brown, in a fake tweet, said, if that was me, I would have been kicked out of the league. He's a black receiver. And Tyreek Hill replied to that, and he said, but we all know why, right? And then just kind of like the looking through your hands eye emoji. And yeah, it's there's some type of privilege there.
For sure.
Where when a black man turns up like that in football, it's optically a certain way. And people didn't even really talk about how crazy a moment that was. People didn't even really talk about it.
It's interesting just thinking about the coach, like, taking that. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Because he's not giving him...
I guess you come out of the
any
Super Bowl out of it, you're just like, okay, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And that is the right thing for the coach to do, to just be like, okay, I'm chilling. I'm not going to fucking respond.
Right.
You know.
I don't know, because some coaches are, like, on that level already.
Yeah.
You know, like, fucking intense.
But I guess it's the type of thing where you get a Super Bowl out of it.
Yeah.
That winning cures all. Nobody's... and after the game, someone...
Do you think some of it's also just Travis Kelce privilege?
Yeah. Some of it.
You know?
Just because... Yeah.
Because he's a big name right now, and he's just like, you're not going to be able to fucking do anything, so I can go crazy. And it's like, dude, get off the fucking Special K, get off the fucking testosterone.
Wherever...
Like, chill out.
Wherever that line is you want to draw it, I think it's arbitrary, because I think there is obviously some privilege of being like, okay, I'm the best tight end in the NFL, maybe ever, and I've won 3 Super Bowls, and I'm in every commercial, and I'm dating Taylor Swift, and I'm the one who everyone's talking about, not my black quarterback.
Right.
Which, again, is kind of a...
You know.
But, yeah. That's something where, you know, there's some privilege sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how much it fits your narrative that you want to...
For real.
But, objectively, there's some privilege in there.
Factually.
Uh,
But still, it's just fucking cringe to, like, for me to watch, like, a grown-ass man have a temper tantrum.
Yeah. It is cringe.
It's just like, dude.
Yeah, you gotta fucking chill. Someone replied to that video and said Travis Kelce's CTE talking to him like the Venom symbiote. He's just fucking possessed.
No, literally.
He's just fucking possessed. He just blacked out. He doesn't even know. Here's another thing I wanted to say about that. After the game, one of the reporters asked Kelce if what he said to the head coach when he snapped like that.
Yeah.
And he just said something like, I was telling him how much I loved him, which is pretty funny. But
I think that is funny. But that's also just like, bro.
But also, you're totally concealing you being a little bitch boy on live television.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Here's one more thing about Kelce that we can drop him. So, there was a report that in halftime, he was in the locker room, Kelce was, and he gave just such an inspiring speech that it moved the team to tears. That's literally what the report was. And,
oh my God.
And this guy posted a video of him accepting the Super Bowl trophy, and the caption is, they wanted us to believe that this guy made the team cry last night. And for context, the Super Bowl was in Las Vegas. Just screaming Viva Las Vegas like a fucking crazy person. And this person very correctly is like, this dude did not make his fucking team.
He's barely coherent.
He's barely speaking words. And someone replied to that saying, Taylor watching this realizing her kids are going to have a IQ of 40.
Oh my god. I mean, like I said, he's got to be on something, dude. There's no way. Because that's just how people who are in the spotlight operate, you know? Like, there's no way that he's this big and not, like, oh, I can get away with doping a little bit here and there. Or just getting some HGG, like, human growth hormone.
Yeah.
You know, just like, just a little medicinal dose.
For sure.
Here and there, you know. Just getting him off. He made people cry in the fucking halftime because he fucking had motherfuckers shooting his ass with the fucking human growth hormone needle. He said, all right, everybody, take your turn. Load me up so I can fucking win us the game by how many points?
So, now we gotta talk about Ice Spice. So, Ice Spice is in the box with Taylor Swift. So every time they show Ice Spice, every time they show Taylor Swift, they show Ice Spice. And I think that bothers me more than the Taylor Swift thing. Mm-hmm. Someone tweeted and said it feels like Ice Spice skipped like 10 levels of fame, which is true because she went immediately from one hit wonder to just being seen everywhere and in Super Bowl commercials and shit like that. And she still only has she has more hits than that now. But
I mean, what you're saying, yeah.
She has no type of, she's put no work into the game at all. She just has
she's trendy.
Yeah, she's trendy and she's funny to
she's a personality.
She's a Jimmy Fallon punchline in his opening monologue.
Yeah.
I bet your mom was asking you who Ice Spice was last night. And then the audience like,
oh my god.
I just made that up. I don't know.
I would not be surprised, bro. That sounds exactly like Jimmy Fallon.
And she also gets, she's getting roped into the satanic stuff. Mm-hmm. A lot of these conspiracy theories have Satanism,
or drinking baby blood and shit like that.
But she's in the box, and she's wearing a upside down cross on her neck, and there's a video of her flashing Satanist symbols. I don't even know how you fucking physically do that with your hand, but she's doing it.
Honestly, if I was that famous, I'd be doing shit just to, like,
fuck with people.
Fuck with the paranoid schizophrenics out there, you know? Because that's really, like, half of both sides. Motherfuckers who are so oblivious and brainwashed in this little political microcosm that they live in, to where they're just like, everything has to do with everything. The world is operating in this unknown, mysterious way, and I'm gonna figure it out. And it's like, bro, take your fucking meds.
For real.
I think we should do a musical intermission on this first episode of the season.
I think we should skip it.
You bastard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This was an impulse buy on these beers.
It's pretty tasty.
I am also a fan.
Lager.
Brewed with limestone water. Sounds too fancy for me.
So, I don't want to talk about Ice Spice anymore.
Yeah.
There were videos of, like, every video she was in, people were explaining to her what was happening in the game.
Oh my god.
And that bothers me. And she's also, celebrating the Chiefs. She doesn't give a fuck about the Chiefs.
Right.
She's literally there to be on television. She's lit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what bothers me more. That's what I think NFL fans at heart are bothered about. Because if Taylor Swift got with fucking, I don't know, name somebody. Fucking Odell Beckham. She got with Odell Beckham, and they were showing her in the... No one would care. And no one would care because, she didn't just stumble into the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's trendy and everyone's on the bandwagon, and just conveniently you're on the bandwagon at the same time. That's gonna piss people off, I feel like. Did you watch any of the halftime show?
No, bro. I saw some clips. Who did the halftime show?
It was Usher.
I saw TikTok that was making fun of his dancing, and I saw a lot of Michael Jackson references, which was also very interesting. I'm not sure what I make of that.
He's Michael Jackson.
He's Michael Jackson reborn. Michael Jackson didn't die. They actually just took his consciousness and put it into Usher. Took his frozen brain.
Then Usher would make some fucking better music. I think this is probably a hot take. I saw a couple people agree with you, but most people were dick eating like usual. I'm not a huge Usher fan.
Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy the show. I had there was one song that I knew, one Usher song that I knew, I should say, because Lil Jon came on the stage and he did Turn Down for What for a few seconds. And that was a banger. Middle school me? Turn Down for What? Come on, bruh.
Facts.
But Usher did 4 or 5, maybe 6 songs. I knew one of them. That's not a great ratio for... And also leaving shit on the table. You didn't do DJ Falling in Love Again. DJ Got Us Falling in Love Again. And that's a banger. That's an Usher song that I really like. And he didn't do that one. And I don't know. I just wasn't into it like that. But yeah, I don't think... Have you enjoyed halftime performances of artists you didn't give a fuck about? Like, you ever watch the halftimes when you were younger and you were like, I don't give a fuck about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I like this.
Yeah. I could say that. Yeah, because I've definitely been at my grandparents, and that's just what's on because it's a Super Bowl.
Or Bruno Mars. Or because I'm not a Bruno Mars fan like that either.
But, a full performance is a full performance.
Yeah.
And if they're really,
and also
into it.
Also, the difference I feel like is Bruno Mars can do all hits. He can do a show by him fucking himself, and I know every song.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think the last couple of years I've gotten spoiled because there was there was The Weeknd a couple of years ago, and I love The Weeknd. There was the one in California where they had Kendrick and Dr. Dre and Eminem.
That one was
that
crazy.
Was pretty cool.
Because that was also kind of like people were talking about the halftime show specifically.
Yeah.
Talking about, Eminem in it and shit like that.
Yeah. And the Shakira J-Lo one, I mean, come on, that was really good. And, I got probably one Shakira song on my whole phone. Name it.
What, Hips Don't Lie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
That's all I got. But it's a banger. That's another middle school classic for me. But...
We're going to start sounding old the more and more we say that, dude.
But, last year, Rihanna performed, and I dislike Rihanna. I do not like her music. I don't think she's a very good singer. I think she does a lot of extra shit with her voice. But I liked that show. I thought she did a great job. I really enjoyed it. So I don't think it's just because I'm not the biggest Usher fan.
No,
I
think
didn't think it was very good.
I think it's weird to be throwing in like Michael Jackson like symbology and shit.
Yeah,
like,
because it's like
what the fuck?
Because what are you really saying there? You're saying that
You're like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, in some way. In some way, you're like Michael Jackson. And
Not
it's
with
just
those dance moves.
Nah, bruh. Sorry.
I mean, like, it was one of those where it threw me off so hard that even though I was watching a like video that was sort of poking fun at it, at like his dance moves specifically, I just had to process like he's got a white glove on. Like, I was like, is he doing like a Michael Jackson impersonation at the halftime show? I was in disbelief for a second, and then once I got past that, I was just like also watching this caricature of his dance moves, and I was like, why he moving like that? Like, he looks like he's doing like some bust down moves that you do as like a kid at a dance, or like at fucking my prom. Old Town Roads had just come out, and everybody was dancing to that shit, and it's just like, this is so cringe. Please stop.
I will defend his dance moves, not because they were good, but because Usher is an older performer now.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can move,
he can still move like that,
like he was moving, I'd say that's pretty impressive, actually. Like, obviously, he's not doing anything in the stratosphere of Michael Jackson or any of the better dancers. That's not even really a thing anymore, is it? Having singers be good dancers,
nah,
or even like rappers be good dancers. Because there was like in the 2000s, there would be
that was definitely
dances. That was part of it. Like Crank That, you know, or like the Dougie shit like that.
The Dougie is prime example, bro. I mean, it is interesting. Like, music has sort of moved away from that, but that was a really big thing for a period of time. Was like, if you're making a hit song, why not also make it into like a dance?
That's probably part of why music videos aren't as good anymore.
Yeah,
because not only we've kind of talked about how you kind of know it's cut and paste every time. You're around a bunch of booty bitches and you're popping champagne and shit. Or and it's just like
there's no
fine.
medium really, because it's either that or it's like
some really artsy,
a short film.
Yeah, right.
Basically,
here's the movie for my album, and it's just like, come on, bruh. Just give me a little dance moves, 21 Savage. That's all I want. Just do a little, just shimmy a little bit. Give me something, man. Bring dancing back.
No, J. Cole. I want J. Cole to bust down for a music video. Because I feel like
I bet he could do it.
I bet he could, if anybody could.
I don't think he does it.
I don't think he would. But I think that he seems like a chill enough motherfucker that I could see him, like, dancing to his own music, like just vibing.
Because like I don't know J. Cole music videos like that, but the one I know is False Prophets. We're still not talking about Kanye, but all he does in that, he's sitting in the bus and he's just doing the little rapper moves, like with your hand, how you move your hand like this as a substitute for dancing. Yeah, and it's a substitute of dancing for us too, because we can do that and not have to, actually know how to dance.
Just move your arms around a little bit. Yeah. Talk with your hands without talking. That's basically it.
But you didn't see the controversy with the halftime show at all? So, Alicia Keys is one of the halftime performers, one of the guests for Usher, who just comes in and does, and she's wearing this beautiful long red mesh dress, and she really stole the show. Like, her little part was better. Her part and Lil Jon's part was better, I feel like, than the rest of Usher's show. Damn. Usher, I feel like, should have been a guest of someone and not the main performer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Doing his Michael Jackson impersonation.
Let me not be too harsh on Usher, because I feel like there is a generational gap there.
Yeah.
He was really big in, like, the 2000s. He was not big when we were coming up. He wasn't big when we were, like, middle school, high school.
Yeah.
He's definitely not fucking big when we were in college. He hasn't done anything. But I think that's why...
What if he drops an album after this?
I think he did. But Alicia Keys comes out and they're doing a song together, and then at the end of the set, Usher kind of like comes up behind her and like hugs her from behind, and there's definitely some chemistry there.
Yeah.
And because of that, in the room that we were in, everyone was like, "Are they together?" No, they're not together. And Alicia Keys is married to Swizz Beatz, if you know who that is. And so everyone, the controversy was, everyone was saying, "Bruh, I would be so mad if my girl is doing that on primetime television." That's what this one guy says. On God, I'm crashing the stage if I see anyone hug my girl like this in front of 100 million people.
Yeah.
And it's not just this account. This is one viral tweet that has 150,000 likes. But I saw that was talked about more than the fucking Super Bowl. That was talked about more than Taylor Swift. It was talked about more than Travis Kelce.
I think it's just people who are obsessed with celebrities already are watching stuff like this and like looking for things like this.
Yeah.
To make hyperbolic, and so
everyone's like, looking for those meme moments like that.
Yeah, or those the controversy, the tea, you know.
Yeah,
like that's just what they want to see.
Yeah, people watch a lot of television, you know, and that's totally like a plot point in like a shitty sitcom or something, or a drama show. Like,
yes.
You went out to dinner with who? You were seen outside doing what? And here's what I took from that, because I do agree with what you're saying. I see that being a part of it for sure. But I think dudes are just really insecure about shit in general. Like,
no, definitely the people that are posting on Twitter about it, like, I'd storm the stage if I caught a man hugging my girl like that. It's like, bruh, you're probably single and live at your mom's house. Like,
first of all, it was probably communicated beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, Usher probably talked to Swizz Beatz and was like, "Hey man, you know, in the choreography, I'm thinking about like coming up on your girl," and saying it out loud, it almost sounds worse than if they had just actually done it.
Yeah.
But even if they didn't do that, it's like, bruh, it's a fucking show. It's theater. It's theater on the biggest stage on the fucking planet. That's what
they know that they're on camera.
It's like
this is not their daily life.
It's like actors kissing, like,
right?
Like it's fucking, it's for show. It's a fucking TV show. And it's even less than that. A fucking hug from behind is not a fucking kiss.
Yeah.
For that matter. But yeah, fucking insanity. I couldn't believe that everyone was talking about it. I was like, are you guys fucking serious? And just a crazy statistic that I saw that I wanted to say, and then we can move on from fucking Usher. Oh yeah, Swizz Beatz posted afterwards just saying, you know, y'all talking about the wrong damn thing. Tonight's performance was nothing but amazing, and congrats to Usher and My Love Alicia Keys. That song is a classic. We don't need any negative vibes on this side. We
Yeah.
make history. You know, just saying all the right shit. Clearly not bothered
Not mad
by it.
Yeah, doesn't give a fuck.
But here's a crazy statistic I want to say. Usher reportedly only got paid $671 for the Super Bowl halftime show. And that's a common thing. I don't think they ever get paid for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to end up making over $100 million in streaming sales, concert tickets, and endorsements in the back end. That is fucking insane.
I mean, I guess that's like industry money, you know,
Yeah.
where it's not there right now, but as a result of being the halftime show performer for this year,
Shit. Think about that in any other context.
right?
If I'm doing a job and they're saying, I'm not going to pay you, but 100 million people are going to come to you and give you $1 because they liked what you just did.
Yeah.
Okay, $100 fucking million is $100 fucking million.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's today or tomorrow.
Do you think that that's weird though, that the Super Bowl doesn't pay people for the show?
I mean, I guess I get that it is a huge national performance, and in a way, like, promotion is payment sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also do think that, like, I don't know how one becomes the halftime performer,
You just gotta be a big ass fucking artist
and they gotta reach out to you.
Yeah.
See, then that, you know, if you're reaching out to me, you better be paying me something for it.
And they did, $671.
Yeah.
That's just what the post said. I've heard other people say that you don't get paid anything from the Super Bowl.
Which is weird.
And honestly, I would rather get paid
If
nothing
the
than
payment is
$671.
promotion, then I feel like it would make more sense if I'm trying to be the halftime performer.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because then it's like, all right, you don't have to pay me, but I get to do the halftime performance and you get to endorse me or whatever the fuck. However the fuck wealthy people work with their fake money. Bush did 9/11.
So, do you want to talk about the commercials next, or do you want to talk about the Nickelodeon broadcast?
Explain to me the Nickelodeon broadcast.
Okay. So,
Because I think this is, I think we're in the final quarter.
careful with that.
Yeah.
So, they showed the Super Bowl on whatever channel they usually show it on. I
Right.
think it's ABC, CBS, whatever.
All
something
those,
like
yeah.
that. But they were also showing it on Nickelodeon. And instead of like regular broadcasters, they had two broadcasters on the call, and SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star. And they did a bunch of like crazy shit. I did not expect them to do so much.
Bro.
And I didn't get to watch the Nickelodeon broadcast, but I really wish I did. Because it just
Remember-
looks crazy.
When cartoons used to be good and not about advertising nationalism to children. I mean, good God. Nick used to be lit.
It's still lit. Well, I don't watch it, so.
Nick at Night is still lit, but that's because it's like Boomerang that plays, you know, just all the oldies but goodies.
So, one of the things that they did a bunch of crowd shots, and because it was a bunch of SpongeBob themed stuff, they had celebrities, and they made them into fish, and they gave them fish names.
Oh my God.
And so here we have LeBron James and Finn Diesel.
Oh my fucking God.
And we have Billy Eilish.
Oh my God.
We have Herring Styles.
Jesus Christ.
And Here's Dua Flippa and Megan the Sturgeon, which is apparently a type of fish. I don't know how that's fish related. Sturgeon.
Sturgeon is a fish.
Oh, okay. Here's Shrimpathy Chamolet.
My God.
And so,
what's the fish version of Taylor Swift?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Taylor Fish. It's easy.
Taylor Fish.
Taylor Fish.
There you go.
Same syllables.
So many things that the Nate broadcast, I think, did was funny. One of them is I've gone too far. One of the things they showed, they were introducing Travis Kelce, and they had text by his name. They said Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and then they said good at football. That's what the text around Travis Kelce's name was. And another text gag that they did that I thought was really funny. Like I said, the Chiefs only scored 3 points in the first half, so their first touchdown was in the second half, and so they did 3 hours later. Finally scored a TD.
That's honestly one of the best uses of that classic SpongeBob.
3 hours later.
First touchdown of the game.
And
That's a fucking shame. Like, that's just one of those where it's like the Super Bowl or any like final game for the season of a sport should be the best of the best versus the best of the best, and it's like a battle, you know?
Yeah, it should be like crazy. It should be like the best game we've seen all year,
right?
Theoretically, but never is.
Fucking waste.
And there was a fumble early in the game, and SpongeBob and Patrick were commentating the game, and they were like, firmly grasp it. I thoroughly enjoyed all the things I saw from that broadcast, and I really do wish that I saw it.
It might be out there somewhere.
Here's a video of CGI Plankton attacking the Super Bowl. Like
Plankton cyborg.
Like, that's so awesome. And they had Sandy Cheeks as a sideline reporter. Here's a video of I would guess it's CGI because I don't know how else they move their fucking mouths like that.
Part of it is like AI generated images and shit. Because this is actually I forget what they did recently, where it was like a Toy Story live of some other sport event or something like that.
That's a trip.
I know, but this might be more of a thing like going into the future where basically I think they're using like, you know how Snapchat filters work where it's just like tracking stuff onto you that it's generating in real time.
Yeah.
And so they're just giving the AI like Sandy Cheeks assets.
That's crazy.
To CG over an actor.
That's fucking insane.
It is insane. But that way they can do it live.
This killed me. This person was talking about Sandy Cheeks as the sideline reporter. And Sandy's just in her regular outfit, you know, with
with the spacesuit, basically.
Yeah. And someone said, "Take the fucking helmet off, girl. This is your homeland." And I didn't even understand what they were saying at first. I looked at that and I was like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" And I was like, "She's a squirrel on land with a fucking helmet on." Why?
I connected the dots.
And that totally took me out of the entire Super Bowl. That completely ruined the whole experience for me. That they have that continuity error. That really
a continuity error.
That really fucked me up.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, we've been here for a long time. Let's talk about the ads for a second.
Yeah, of course, the other important part of the Super Bowl, honestly, besides the controversy in the halftime show.
There were a few ads of noteworthy, I feel like. Carl Weathers made an appearance in one of them, and they did a nice tribute, and it was like, damn, dog, you're going to make me cry at the Super Bowl party? You're going to make me fucking weep in the middle of the club right now? I'm trying to have a good time, and now I'm thinking about fucking one of the greatest actors. Maybe not one of the greatest.
No, but, one of the most iconic.
But he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I just watched Predator for the first time, like, a couple months ago. Like, very shortly before he passed. And he's been really good at everything. Just longevity, too, I feel like, is really cool. Because that was a long fucking time ago. And he was doing Mandalorian, like, now.
Yeah.
And he was fucking good in that, too.
Oh, he was fucking great in that. And I think that, honestly, it takes a lot of skill to, like, revive a role,
Absolutely.
Like, to revisit a character that you haven't, been in,
for
like,
sure,
even thinking of acting as in decades.
Yeah.
And just be like, you know what? I'm just going to put this hat back on and
it's crazy.
Keep, the same exact energy.
Yeah. For sure.
Years later.
There were not one, not two, but 3 temu ads in the Super Bowl.
That's insane.
Where they're getting this money from $2 televisions and whatever the fuck they
It's
sell
child labor.
Do the children make the cheap goods? Is that how it works? Genius.
Absolutely.
Genius.
They're saving money left and right.
I'm going to invest money in child slavery.
I mean, it's also funny because there's been memes going around of, like, my mom's a victim of Temu, where it's like, they got her.
I saw one thing where they bought a toaster on Temu, and it was like a miniature toaster. Did you see that? It was like fits in the palm of your hand type of thing.
How are you fitting a piece of bread in that?
You're not. That's the thing. But
you can put a saltine in there.
Would you toast a saltine though?
That shit would fucking be a choking hazard. They also had stop anti-Semitism ads and shit like that.
Oh
too,
yeah.
which is wild.
So
at the same time as they're posting the Dark Brandon meme.
So you saw the foot washing ad.
I saw a picture of it. I didn't know that was the context. I just scrolled past it on social media. I was like, I don't fucking want to see that.
So this was I feel like the first ad in the Super Bowl.
Oh
this was either
God.
I think this was right before kickoff. I got there.
They know what they're doing.
I got there just in time for kickoff. I missed the Reba McEntire and Post Malone anthems, which I don't even know how that would sound, and I'm never gonna know how that sounds.
Post Malone.
But yeah, just to have it at the very front, and it's just multiple clips shot the same way of different people washing different people's feet, which is, I guess, a thing that Jesus did was wash people's feet.
Yeah.
And at first, everyone was just like, "What the fuck is this an ad for?" And someone was like, "I don't know, Jesus."
An ad for Jesus. You know what?
And
he could really use it.
And the frame that everyone was talking about was this white dude washing the feet of this gay black guy.
How can you tell that they're gay?
And that is the question that my dad asked me too when I was talking to him about it. And he was like, is there a sign on him that says gay? I mean, that he looks very clearly gay. He might not be gay. I apologize if
you're stereotyping. You better show me a picture. I mean, that's just one of those things that's like...
He's dressed very gay.
He's dressed gay. Great. Fantastic. What,
Yeah.
rainbow shirt?
Yeah, tell me that's not a homosexual band.
I mean, they're wearing some booty shorts, like...
It's
no, booty short overalls.
It's a white dude.
And they have roller skates.
Yeah, he's got
next to
roller skates. He just even like the way his feet is. It's a very flamboyant way to like
to be resting your leg. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Green shirt under booty shorts, overalls. That's, I think, a telltale sign.
I think it's mostly the booty short overalls and rollerblades.
So what do you think about that?
I think that's unhinged. I mean, like, why did that not look like a photo? Is that a like generated image? That doesn't look like either everything in that is like CG.
Yeah, everything in it is fake. I think the people are real though. They might have some filter.
I think his face looks weird. I think just the lighting looks fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm almost like, maybe they're generating Superbowl ads with AI and they're just like, foot washing montage of like all types of people. And it's just like, here's your stereotypical biracial gay man.
I saw that
with like a southern biker pastor.
I saw someone say that about the temu ads, that they thought that the temu ads were AI generated. And
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a scary world that we live in where things are just going to
Let me see their hands. Let me see their fucking hands. Because that's what AI can't do right now. Their hands look fucked. He's got like a fucking claw on the hand that he's holding the water bottle with. And his bottom hand also looks fucking weird, like he's missing a finger.
I think you might be tripping.
Their toes look like chopped.
Those are toes, man.
I don't know.
Toes.
I don't know. You can never tell these days.
But the reaction I think everyone had, rightfully so, was like, this is like $20 million you probably paid for this ad.
Yeah.
That you could have used to feed people, could have
absolutely
been used to empower impoverished communities. You could have used that money in so many good ways, but instead, it's a promotion for Jesus. Like, you're not even promoting anything. You're promoting an idea. You're promoting an idea.
The real question is, like, what Christian organization paid for that ad? And it's interesting because it's like, if it is, like, a group of churches, then it's like, I'm promoting my tax write-off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get followers for my...
They probably didn't get taxed on it.
Right, exactly.
Because they probably did it through the church.
It's not even their money, it's their followers' money.
Yeah, right. That's where your money be going in the collection baskets to fucking bullshit like that. But,
for real, though.
But I think just, like, the messaging is fucking weird.
Absolutely.
Because, like, the end of it is saying, like, Jesus didn't discriminate. Basically something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay. an advertisement isn't gonna make people less hateful. If anything, I feel like
or less
that's
skeptical
just,
of.
I feel like that's just gonna enrage
the church.
people.
Yeah.
I think that the optics of some white dude wearing a cross washing a gay man's feet. Feel like the optics of the whole commercial were weird as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine if the optics were if it was the other way. If it was a fucking gay man washing some Christian dude's feet. No, people would be pissed off about that. That would be a controversy. What we got wasn't really a controversy because we're so used to being force-fed these weird woke messages.
Yeah, I'm trying to be progressive without actually doing anything substantive.
We're the progressive Christians. Join us.
Yeah.
You can be gay and join God. Just your money's good here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your money's good for our donation basket, even if you're gay.
Maybe that's just my cynical mind, but that's really the conclusion I'm getting from it the longer I talk about it.
Dude, there's a fine line
Cocksuckers.
between, being cynical and being a realist.
Cocksuckers.
Fucking hell. I mean,
I was saying that.
Superbowl.
I was saying that for the record about the Christians making ads, not the gay people. I wanted to clarify that because I'm not editing this. I might edit it a little bit because there's one part in there.
Yeah,
where
for
we
sure.
Definitely,
For sure.
Forgot where we were at.
Closing remarks?
What was your favorite part? What do you think? Did any of that make you want to watch the Super Bowl?
I really just want to watch the Nickelodeon Super Bowl. I really need
If
to...
they do it next year, I am for sure watching it.
You're not even watching the actual game?
Nah.
Tap into the
fuck the actual
Nickelodeon Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I'll have to find, what I was talking about with the fucking Toy Story, live thing.
Yeah, I know they've done, I think we have actually talked about Nickelodeon doing some weird, football themed stuff before in a game, but not for the Super Bowl.
It's just crazy. We're going into crazy times where it's... The other day I was talking about how, we got all this AI, and it is incredibly dystopian that we got it making fucking art.
Yeah.
Instead
and
of,
ads and stuff.
Instead of doing people's
Temu ads.
jobs. So that we... Yeah,
for sure.
fucking Temu ads.
That'll probably save them another buck.
Yeah.
Not paying.
On top of the child labor, they had zero cost.
I'm telling you guys, they got a solid game plan, a solid business plan, and we should all invest in it.
It's better than what Waffle House does with zero advertising budget.
Yeah.
They literally are just like, you know what? We don't have to pay any advertisers. We have AI generate that shit.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's one final remark I wanted to touch on. Like I said, I think the whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing, do you think that was a marketing thing? Because it's hard to say.
It's one of those, it's not beneficial as...
Because Taylor Swift just announced her new album.
Right.
And that shit's gonna do numbers regardless.
Yeah, regardless of whether or not people even like it. Whether or not it's even good. Just because it's something to talk about.
Yeah.
I
do think, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I think that the Nickelodeon broadcast is really smart because, if you're a kid...
Yeah, that's an untapped audience.
And, they have it in a kidified way where, Plankton's attacking, but they also are explaining stuff in a way that kids can understand, explaining what this penalty is, why the refs are doing what they're doing, whatever the fuck. And that helps, if you're if you would be watching Nick right now regardless, if you were going to be watching SpongeBob right now, but the Super Bowl's on, so you got to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you're just drawn into that. that's how you make the next generation of fans. Because
Yeah, especially for this like age range that's not consuming traditional media and is just like watching TikTok all day.
yeah, that's their attempt of kind of locking in with, and I think that's really smart. I think,
But it's also nuts because it's
Yeah.
so different from like I can't imagine them doing some shit like this when we were kids.
nah.
It's just it's
It'll be
so
weird.
incredibly different.
You remember when they did the Day of Play?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they do
That's
that?
such a throwback.
That's
bro.
that was so strange. They literally said, "We're gonna have nothing on the channel, nothing on the feed for, and you just have to go outside and play."
Go outside, motherfucker.
And then if you're like my cousin, you're just like, "Okay, I'm flipping it to Cartoon Network now."
Cartoon Network.
Or was it the Cartoon Network Day of Play? It was the Nick Day of Play, wasn't it? One of them had a Day of Play, and then you would just.
I
switch
think
to
it
other.
might have been Cartoon Network.
I'm not sure. I am so unsure. Should we do a confirmation real quick?
Final call.
This is very
For
important.
the episode.
This is vital. What the fuck are we talking about?
Day of Play.
Day of Play. Nick. Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's Nickelodeon.
See, Nick had everything. Because they also did the fucking, like, award show. And they did the fucking, like, slime. And shit like that. Nick was wild.
Dude, so I googled it. Worldwide Day of Play is categorized as a television program.
That doesn't even make sense.
And it says first episode date October 2nd, 2004. And it says already watched or want to watch. So, that's crazy. 28% of users like this show. Okay, wrap it.
Alright, that was the first episode of the... What season are we on? Fucking season 6?
Wait,
Season 7?
Might be season 8, bro.
Season 8? If last season was season
dude, no
7,
way.
I'm tripping. Did I black out for an entire season? Where the fuck am I? On our little fucking...
Doesn't fucking say on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify's whack for that. I don't know.
I don't list the season in any of the names.
We
haven't-
could start doing that this year. How about that? That'd be wild. Big changes.
I have no idea what season we're
I know
on.
one of our formats fucking shows. Why is my phone lagging?
The Apple one shows.
See, I was thinking our,
The RSS might show it.
yeah.
Can't you go to that page or not?
Where
is that it?
I don't know why we don't have it on our link tree. Season... No, it doesn't show it on the fucking Apple one.
Hold on.
This is wild.
Hold on 1 second. We can cut the shows. Okay, we're on season 8.
We're on
This is
season
season
8? Jesus Christ. We've been doing this a long time.
I think by season 10 we'll have jumped the shark and we'll have used every word known to man.
And talked about everything you could talk
And
about.
we're going to just start making shit up. We're going to be babbling into... We're either going to do that or we're just going to repeat ourselves.
We're going to stop talking about conspiracy theories and start generating our own conspiracy theories.
We've got to invent new things to talk about.
Exactly. No, exactly. We're going to be, like, writing a script just so that we aren't talking about shit that we've talked about before. That would be such a wild transition.
Okay, bye everyone.
All right. See you later. Next week.